The Eagles just closed a deal that the calendar was making increasingly urgent, my friend, and the physical numbers attached to this player are on another level. We are talking about one of the most impressive silhouettes that will show up on the Novacare Complex practice field this summer. An offensive tackle, selected specifically with an eye toward what the future of the most important position in football needs to look like in Philadelphia. And the fact that the signing took this long only raises the stakes of finally having this contract resolved before training camp opens. The physical profile, the unlikely journey, the analyst evaluations, and the role this player will fill both in 2026 and in the years ahead in Philadelphia. It is all in this video. Hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel. The Eagles' offensive line is being built for the future. The Eagles' offensive line is already elite, one of the best groups in the NFL, anchored by two All-Pros who dominate their assignments week after week. But building depth behind elite starters is what separates good organizations from great ones. And Howie Roseman just checked off an item that the training camp countdown was making more urgent by the day. According to NFL Network reporter Tom Pelissero, the Eagles have officially signed their 2026 third-round draft pick, the 68th overall selection, offensive tackle Markel Bell. The first thing anyone learns about Markel Bell is that his physical numbers simply do not make sense for the position. 6 feet 9 inches tall. Yes, 6 feet 9. With 346 pounds of muscle distributed across a frame that analysts have literally nicknamed the human skyscraper. And the arms? 36 3/8 inches of arm length. The 6th longest ever measured at any edition of the NFL Scouting Combine in history. To put that in perspective, elite offensive tackles are evaluated in part on arm length because longer arms create mechanical leverage and keep pass rushers at distance before they can apply any kind of rush move. Bell has that physical advantage at a level that most tackles in the NFL simply do not possess genetically. But extraordinary physical dimensions without real on-field production are not worth much, and Bell delivers production too. In 2025, his final season at Miami, Bell did not allow a single sack in 558 pass protection snaps. 558 snaps. 0 sacks allowed. To put that in context, most college tackles considered first-round prospects do not maintain that level of dominance across a full schedule. Bell did it while helping bring the Miami program back to relevance. The Hurricanes made a surprise appearance in the college football playoff national championship game, and the offensive line Bell anchored was a central piece of that historic run for the program. Bell's path to this draft also deserves attention, because it is not the conventional trajectory of a tackle selected in the third round. He did not spend 4 years at a major university being refined inside an elite system from day one. Bell spent his first 2 college seasons at Holmes Community College in Mississippi, a community college where he had to develop, prove his worth, and attract the attention of larger programs before earning his transfer to Miami. That non-linear journey is, in many cases, a signal of competitiveness and resilience that scouts value beyond what combined numbers can show. Reaching the third round of the draft after starting at a community college is, in itself, a statement about the player's determination. The Eagles did not arrive at draft day without knowing Bell up close. On March 28th, reporter Ryan Fowler reported that Philadelphia was hosting Bell for a 30 visit at the Novacare Complex, the kind of investment a franchise makes when it is genuinely interested in a player, not just collecting information. When a team brings a tackle to its training facility for a formal visit weeks before the draft, the message is clear. This player is seriously on the radar, and when Bell was still available at the 68th overall pick, the Eagles did not hesitate to make the selection. Draft analyst Lance Zierlein's evaluation captures both the potential and the caveats around Bell well. A mountainous tackle with rare physical attributes that work both in his favor and against him depending on the situation. Zierlein acknowledges the exceptional arm length advantage and Bell's ability to use that leverage to control static pass rushers. But he also points to what may be his most persistent challenge at the professional level. Edge speed and quick interior moves could be a chronic issue. The same physical characteristics that make him dominant in pocket protection can work against him when fast-footed pass rushers try to get around him via the shortest route. Zierlein's conclusion is honest. Day 3 value with a potentially firm ceiling. The Eagles are betting that the right coaching can mitigate those limitations. In 2026, Bell's role is defined. He arrives as depth behind the 2 best tackles on the roster. No starter pressure, no expectation of solving games immediately. His job is to learn, develop, absorb the concepts of the offensive system, and be ready to step in when needed during the season. For a rookie with Bell's physical profile, that is the ideal development situation, sitting behind a team that will not depend on him before he is ready. But there is a deeper layer to this signing that goes far beyond 2026. Lane Johnson is heading into what could be his 14th and final NFL season. The All-Pro right tackle, selected with the 4th overall pick in the 2013 draft, has built one of the most impressive careers in the history of the position in Philadelphia. But every career has an ending, and the Eagles are, with this pick, beginning to think about the next phase at the position. Bell, with his monumental physical frame and his pass protection ability already demonstrated at the college level, is the natural candidate to eventually fill the space Johnson will leave. Not tomorrow, not in 2026, but a future that starts being built right now. The model Bell will want to follow is in the same locker room where he will practice every day. Jordan Mailata was selected in the 7th round of the 2018 draft, the 233rd overall pick, as a raw developmental project coming from Australian rugby, with no real experience in American football. 6 years later, Mailata is an All-Pro, one of the dominant tackles in the NFL, and one of the most inspiring development stories in recent league history. Bell arrives with significantly more refined tools than Mailata had when he landed in Philadelphia: real college production, proven athleticism at a competitive level, and technical awareness developed over 4 seasons. The question the next few years will answer is whether Bell can follow a similar path. And here is something that few commentators will mention. Bell is going to have 2 of the best physical mentors any young tackle could ask for. Mailata stands 6'8" and weighs 365 pounds. Johnson stands 6'6" and weighs 325 pounds. These are 2 of the only human beings on the planet Bell will ever encounter who come close to matching his physical dimensions, training alongside tackles who understand the specific challenges of being extremely tall and heavy at the position. The angle adjustments, the handling of edge rushers in tight space, the balance in lateral movement, is a development resource that money cannot buy. Bell is not just on a good team. He is in an offensive line development environment that does not exist anywhere else in the NFL in quite the same way. With the contract signed, the Eagles can enter training camp with a complete roster. Bell will walk into the NovaCare complex as the youngest tackle in the depth chart, eyes wide open, and with a great deal to learn. But with the combination of physical profile, on-field production, and developmental environment that makes the Eagles' 3rd-round bet look intelligent from every angle you examine it. Do you believe Markel Bell has what it takes to become the Eagles' starting right tackle when Lane Johnson eventually retires? Or will the limited ceiling that analysts pointed to prevent him from ever reaching that level? Drop your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to keep you updated with the latest Eagles news.